Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back from, well, the awesome weekend out there with the good news. Today we're coming in with the, patch note recap here. We're going to go over some of the cool stuff coming to the patch update this Wednesday with CZN. We're not going to recap the live stream because, well, no one ever watches that content. So let's tackle some of the cool stuff coming to CZN and the preview as well of a start of season 3. Now, they are going to come out with Diana here. We're going to have a dedicated video strictly for Diana. My original thoughts here, well, we kind of predicted it if you were watching some of the previous stuff when we were doing our season 2 roundup recap. Predicted that she would be a discard type support character, as it was something that wasn't really utilized that well in season 1 or season 2, and Rin heavily hinted at the possibility of discard type characters being revealed into season 3. And well, you know what? We were correct. So if you were, on the channel, you would know that already. But hey, we got there before they officially announced it, and Diana is going to be a passion hunter with a discard theme. Now, it is going to be pretty neat that you're going to be able to use her with some characters like Nia, like Renault, right? We'll probably see some other characters coming out in season 3 with some discard related attributes as well. But like I said, we're not going to touch too much on this character in this video. However, we will touch on Sophia, which is going to be the rescue rate up partner, because as you see here, you will see that the assigned combatant's attack for this partner is 16 to 24%, and this is going to be a part of the update that is going to affect all of the 5-star sort of like gotcha partners as well as the battle pass partners as well. Now, as far as the effect goes, keep in mind Quietus is going to be a new keyword that we'll probably see on more future characters. Basically, Quietus is a keyword that will allow you to activate the card automatically as it's discarded, and it's going to be a main way for the developers to sort of infuse a discard based strategy with other characters like Nia, like Renault, who want to discard cards to pay for a cost or association with something that they're doing in their kit. However, yes, keep in mind that this isn't just Quietus cards discarded, it's passion Quietus cards discarded with Sophia. So if you want to pull on this, it's going to work very well with Diana, as she's going to be a hunter that's going to be able to utilize this as she is passion element. But you don't need to go out of your way and be like, well, if discard's going to be like a crazy good thing going forward, I should probably pull for Sophia, because it's only going to be Quietus cards of the passion element, and it's a hunter partner. So you're basically going to have to wait for another class based character that matches the same element as Diana that also is going to be a discard character going into the future, which makes her once again a very narrow 5-star partner. That being said, she's probably looking like she's going to be extremely good with Diana because of this crit damage increase bonus. When bullets are discarded, you're going to get extra attacks as well, up to 2 times per turn here. And the ego skill on it is pretty decent. It's going to draw you a card. You discard up to 2 cards, which is, a downside, right? We're not getting card advantage, just card disadvantage. But the idea is that you're going to use this discard to cast some cards of the Quietus variety for free there as well. And then on top of that, it's going to give you 40% extra attack damage amounts for the equipped character as well. So Sophia's looking very good if you want to pair her up with the new character, and it's going to have a lot of cards for you to utilize her and pair her up with Diana with. That being said, if you've been pulling on the battle pass partner for the hunter variety, the crit chance, the crit damage increases, maybe hold off on that one, because we talked about it already. All of those 5-star partners are going to get this base attack percent increase there, and it can go all up to 24% as well. And there's going to be something else we want to touch on here, but I don't think they're going to mention it until the end of this, which is the fact that the base stat calculations for characters is going to include the stats that partners are giving you as well, which makes these percentage attack bonuses even better than they were before in comparison to like flat stats, right? So this 155 attack from having a level 65-star partner is going to be factored into your base stats before you get this percentage bonus as well. Now, when it comes to new content, we have the full-scale offensive update. This is going to bring back some old bosses that we've seen already, right, from the different seasons 1, 2, and then, you know, the big hand man from season 2 that everyone hates is here as well. And it's just going to be like your ability to build 3 different teams to beat these bosses for rewards. If you use a character for one boss, you can't use them for another boss. You've sort of seen this content before in other gacha style games or just content in general. If you've been around the block for a hot minute, it's nothing brand new out here. So you're going to need to build 3 teams. Can't reuse characters, but thankfully you don't need to like max out the amount of stars that you get, right? You don't have to 3-star every single boss to get the good rewards if you're a new player coming into the game, because 7, 8, and 9 are going to be rewarding prism lenses instead of crystals. So if you're just worried about, as a newer player or a free-to-play player, someone who just doesn't want to do this kind of content, maxing out your rank on all of the bosses, you're not going to have to do that in order to get all of the crystal rewards there. Other events here, we have Operation Firebreak, which is coming in here. This is going to be starting right away after the maintenance, and it's not going to go away until the 29th of April. You can activate this event once you hit Captain level 30, and it's going to be a 21-day event here. Now we're going to unlock certain planets to go to. They're going to unlock one at a time, 1 week at a time. So you know what? You're going to be able to get in there and have some fun. And probably by the time you're not having so much fun on that planet anymore, maybe you've accomplished everything, a new planet's going to open up in the following week. So we have Earth, Spites, and Delta are going to be the 3 planets we'll be seeing over the course of the entire event here. In the difficulty levels, you're gonna have 4 different levels, right? You have base difficulty, upgraded chaos, high difficulty chaos, and hardest difficulty chaos that you have to unlock by beating stage 3. So you don't have to do base and upgraded right away. You can just start with stage 3 if that's what you want to do here. And the rewards, as you see here, are going to reward first time rewards for clearing rewards. In clearing at a higher difficulty, the first clear rewards for all the lower difficulties will be granted at one time as well. So you don't need to go in there if you're like a veteran player, been playing the game for a little while, to do the easy mode, stage 1, stage 2. You can just go in there with stage 3, defeat it, unlock stage 4, and then go in and do stage 4 that way as well. This is going to give you coordinates of records, some crystals, some premium battle memories, and some premium support data as well. Phase projection is going to be an event that you can activate by consuming save data. So this is something that, well, we definitely want to discuss here, right? So this is going to be a weird thing for me. I don't want to go out and above and beyond and be like, oh man, this is kind of weird, until I get to see this in game for itself, because a lot of the time these patch notes for some of these events, they're really bare bones. They don't give you the exact idea of exactly how it's going to play out and what it is exactly wanting from you here. But do note, this is the big thing here. You consume save data to get into this event, and the save data used for phase projection will not be restored. When the phase projection is activated, you can obtain combat support effects that gradually reduce difficulty and view fragments of events that occurred on that planet. Upon activating each phase projection event, you can obtain first achievement rewards. And the rewards here, you know, we got some crystals, we got some potential discs, right? We're leveling up, we're getting some good stuff here. And this is going to be for Operation Earth, Spites, and Delta, like we just talked about. There's going to be some challenge missions if you want to as well, for some prism lens effects. But just like we talked about with the other event, you don't really have to go in there and do these challenge missions to get access to crystals. This is just some prism lenses if you want to go in there and kind of not have to worry about getting some extra like looks for your cards. You can get in here and ignore the challenge missions if you so desire. But if you complete all of the missions, which I would assume includes the challenge missions, it is going to give you an undetermined ego crystal ×1 as well for your, well, for your characters to work on those as well. So this one's going to be a little interesting for me. I don't want to say that it's, I have some concerns about what it means by consuming save data. If it's just consuming like garbage save data to get in there, fine. If you have to consume X amount of, you know, TB points for save data between your characters you're bringing in, fine. If it wants you to like use a save data and that's the deck that you get, so you have to use really good save data that you wanted to keep to use outside of Chaos for other game modes, that save data is not going to be returned, which is a little weird here, but that's, you know, whatever. We'll have to see exactly what it means and what it wants and requires of us when doing phase projection after the maintenance for this event. Now we also have some small ones here, like the Love Gathered at the Wingtips event, where we're going to be logging in. We're doing some small things, completing different quests, typical gacha stuff out there. Not like a brand new game mode or anything. This is going to give us some different crystals and growth stones and hunter certificates and just different random stuff for us there as well. And keep in mind that this is going to start on the 8th to the 29th, and there's going to be 3 different ones. A Smile That Bestows Love, which is from after maintenance on the 8th until the 29th, and then a Trigger That Protects Love from the 9th until the 29th, and then Wings That Carry Love from the 11th to the 29th as well. So you can't do them all right away, but you'll get access to all of them pretty quickly. We also have Virtual Simulation Tactical Event for Diana, which is going to be the rate up for this. All right, you can try her out inside of this event here with Lucas and Mika, and you'll be able to just try them out, see how you like it. I kind of wish that maybe, it wasn't just like Mika and Lucas. If you really wanted to get in there and gain access to like checking Diana out, I would assume that you're going to be able to do that. And they're very good at it usually with other parts of like different main stories, different seasonal content. They're doing a pretty good job at that. They did do that pretty well with some of the other characters that just came out. My favorite one was probably like Tefera. That was really fun to mess around with. So we'll see what they do with Diana here. This is just going to be like your typical go try her out. You can also pull on her thing. Now here's a big one here as well. And this is going to be Operation Diana Rescue, where you can obtain rewards based on the cumulative number of rescues during the period. Now, I also want to get in there and see exactly how this works when we get into the event, because based on what I'm seeing here, if you do these rescues, you get everything immediately. So 30 rescues, you're going to get 3 Tier of the Gods for some energy. That's fine. 60 rescues, you're going to get some multi-dimensional alignment materials. 100 rescues, you'll get some ego crystals. 150, you're gonna get a 10 refund, basically, with 10 signal amplifiers coming back. And then if you go all in, you really want Diana, you're pulling for maximum fun out there. This is who you've been saving up for, or just in general. If you do 200 pulls, you get 3 Prism Module Masterpieces, which, correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe that is the selector for the animated cards that you want, which is pretty neat. Is it worth 200 pulls just to get that? In my opinion, obviously not. But if you are someone who's going to pull near that amount or around that amount, spice up your decks, right? Show a little bit of love to some of your favorite characters. It's kind of neat that is in there. I would never pull on a banner or a character just because one of these pull events are around in any gacha game, but I would see it as more of a special bonus if you're already interested in that character, in that play style, and you already planned on pulling around any of these amounts. So keep that in mind there, right? Like if you go in there and you do a single 10 pull and you get Diana and you only wanted 1, there's no reason to go in there and pull 140 more times for some of these rewards. Just take your 10 pull, get lucky, save for a future character, in my opinion. Same thing coming back, the Partner Special Rescue banner, a different sort of thing where 5-star partners can be attained more easily. You're going to be able to get a 20% discount. Okay. Now only 10 consecutive rescues are available for this rescue at a 20% discount. When attempting a rescue in this event, you are guaranteed to obtain a 5-star partner within 50 attempts. Now, this one is a little weird for me. The 5-star, regular partner rescue banner, I understand they're going to be buffing these partners up. If you're a free-to-play player, I would heavily avoid pulling on this. Honestly, you have to really sort of save up for what characters that you want, what seasonal characters you want. There's gonna eventually be a time limited character, even if you're already feeling good. You're saying, I got all my currency saved up, I'm ready to rock and roll. I get the 5-star partners are getting buffed up right now. I get that. I get it, right? I get it. Save your currency for a future character, not some of these 5-star base partners that are just flying around, in my opinion. I know it's discounted. I get it. It's cool. But hey, you know what? When that limited character comes out, maybe you want the E1, maybe you want the E2, maybe you want that partner. It's going to help you get those characters in the future instead of just pulling on a generic 5-star partner that you might not necessarily even want, and you might not necessarily even get one that you care about. So keep that in mind. Now, we also have the Overdrive Simulation event where we can get some extra rewards from the simulation. And we also have some events for Into the Depth of Despair, which is going to be the half anniversary pre-event. So keep this. So we have half anniversary coming up, and this is the pre-event for the half anniversary. So we're on the pre-launch pre-celebration event. So keep that in mind here. All right. When using the Chaos Selection chest, you can choose either 30 Chaos Orbs or 100 Crystals of Discord, which it's just kind of fine. It's kind of cool. You get in there. We've seen this sort of stuff before. It's nothing super game breaking. We've seen events similar to this already. It's coming back. We've probably just kind of got done with one, right? Spend energy, get some free stuff to work on some characters, work on some partners, work on whatever you want on your account there, and just get a small little bonus as well. There's also going to be some Chaos regular surveys where you can explore Chaos and Codex to obtain some rewards as well. And this is going to give you the flash of potential so you can change out what epiphany certain cards have in pre-existing save data there. This is sort of like a return on an old event where it's just like do Chaos, get some extra free stuff. That's fine as well there. And we also have 2 free Codex merging events. So during the event, up to 2 Codex merges can be obtained for free each day. I'm not sure why this needs its own event, but sure, why not? All right. Basin of Hyperspace is getting refreshed here. A new season of Zero System begins as well. Sure. And this is also going to allow you to utilize the ability for you to turn certain content into seasonal content. So during the preview period, you can use Zero System to merge Song of Rippling Through the Stars preview option. You can toggle that on, right? This is going to be the 3rd season name. So the save data can be used in a Song Rippling Through the Stars of seasonal content. So if you want to pre-farm up certain things, perhaps for the new season, knowing that it's like a discard focused season, maybe you want to pre-farm up some stuff for like Renoa or pre-farm up some stuff for Nia. Sure, I guess. But at the same time, we all know the 3rd season's gonna have neutral cards that are new, that are gonna have perhaps monster cards that are new, equipment that's new, that you might want on those characters anyway. So I'm not really gonna go too all in on like, let's go farm Zero System. I'll just wait for season 3. That's just how it is, right? That's just how it is. Don't mind me. It's early for me. That's just how it's going to be for me. All right. Mind the hair. All right. Profile stuff. Here's the big one. Partner system improvements. As you can see, just a swap all the way down. It's just going to be buffing up all these 5-star partners. So if it was 8 to 16% before, whether it was like attack or defense or just damage amount or whatever, if it was 8 to 16 before, it is now going to be 16 to 24. All right. On the attack and defense. If it was one of the split ones, it's like attack, health, and damage amount. That 8 to 16 is going to go to 12 to 20%. All right. And then some of these smaller season pass ones like Solia, Sorelthia, Antia, these ones are going to be divvied up a little bit differently, right? This is going to be 8 to 16, for example, on the Ranger card. That one's going to 12 to 20. So the 5-star battle pass season pass ones aren't going to be as buffed up as the rescue partners are, which I don't know why they need to make that sort of distinction. I think they should just all be equivalent. They're all 5 stars. I don't know why we're going through the trouble of like buffing them up and buffing these ones up by 4% and buffing these ones up by 8%. I don't know who did the math on that. I would have to imagine nobody did the math on that. All right, Dealing shop improvements are going to be, doing some different shop stuff. Particularly, I don't care too much out there. And then they're adding some stuff here. Now, the big one for me here, Nia. Nia's going to have a brand new and original, because she didn't have one before, little animation, little lobby animation there for us. It's going to be great. It's the greatest lobby animation of all time. All right, so it's going to be cool. I actually don't hate this outfit. Most of the characters, there's summer hits, summer misses. She's on stage, she's rocking out, she's doing cool guy stuff. She's got all this stuff all over her guitar. Cool. Unigram, we don't care about. Screenshot sharing feature, PC keybinds you're going to add here, improvements for quality of life. And I wanted to see, I think there was one thing in here that I was interested in that about your abilities for characters. Now, I don't see it in here, but I'm 99% sure that they said that there's going to be a change to the potential system, and I don't know why it's not in here. A change to the potential system for characters, and they're going to add new potential nodes for all of the characters that are going to allow you to have like a divine epiphany chance increase for that character. And I think it goes up to like 25%. Now, what's that finalized average divine epiphany chance for the characters after you get the 25%? Is it going to be a multiplicative buff? Is it an additive buff? How does it stack with certain seasonal divine epiphany chances? I have no idea, but that should have been in here somewhere. I'm like 99% sure that I saw that on the live stream, that they are adding a new section of nodes and potentials for us to be able to get divine epiphanies more often once you fill those nodes out on each of your characters. Does it mean you have to grind a little bit more? Yes, for sure. Is it going to be a crazy amount that you have to grind for potentials? Is it going to be super expensive? I would assume it's not going to be cheap. I don't think it's going to be crazy expensive, but I don't think it's going to be like just given to you for free. Otherwise, they would have just, you know, kindly added that as a quality of life update. So let me know what you think about this season upcoming down below. Diana, her partner, some of the buffs to the characters. The battle pass partners getting smaller buffs than the pull partners. Very weird to me, but hey, what do I know? Take care out there. God bless, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.